a lot of the income comes from the products that you sell. And so when you're thinking about as a creator, like, how am I going to make my income sustainable? It's not going to be through brand deals. Okay. It's not that you can't make significant amounts of money with brand deals, but if you're not constantly pitching, and I personally don't pitch for my brand deals, I have an agent because a bitch is tired and I do not have the energy to go out here and spam DMing and spam emailing brands. I'm just like, sir, take your cut, find me the good deals, and like, I have other shit to do. Right. But when you really think about, especially doing this full time, you need your own offers, you need your own products. That's the only way that you're going to be able to be sustainable as a creator. You cannot be relying on money coming from third parties. Okay. So that's lesson number one. Now, the next income stream down from the top three was my blog ads. So $147,000 is what got deposited into my accounts over the year. And this is just, actually, no, that's a lie. This is both from my food blog, Delish Delights, and also Yo Quiero Dinero podcast.com, because it is also a blog that is monetized with ads. But the majority of that income is by far from the food blog. And I didn't post any new content in 2025 to make $147,000. So I just want y'all to sit with that and understand that, yes, like, social media is cool, but as a content creator, like, if you're not focusing on long-term potential content, like, the stuff that gets searched for years, if you're not focusing on building your own blog, your own podcast, what's called long form content, you're wasting your time, because these social media algorithms are so stupid. I hate them all. Okay. Like, the algorithms are trash. 1 minute you're popping, the next minute you're not. And if you're relying on like these creator rewards where, you're getting pennies for 1 million views on Instagram or TikTok, baby, you gonna go broke real quick. Okay. So, blog income, an amazing source of passive income at this point, and it's literally passive income. The only thing that I do is renew my annual host plan, which costs about $1,100 for the year, and let the Google search algorithm make me money on demand. Okay. And so the third highest revenue stream was my brand partnerships. So I made $82,950 worth of brand partnerships. And I love working with brands. I'm just not like ever going to rely on that as a primary income source. And I also am very picky. I am super duper picky with the brands that I work with, because by me working with a brand, I'm essentially becoming like a paid spokesperson for their, not just their products, but also their ethics, their morals, their values as a company. And if I don't vibe with your shit because there's just some weird shadiness, whether it's around the, board of directors, the CEO, or just like headlines in the news, I'm just going to be like, peace out. I don't take money from weird, shady brands. And so, could I make much more through brand partnerships? Yes. But then that would require me to just be way less selective. And you guys trust me too much for me to put that on the line. Okay. So those were the top three revenue streams: the digital courses / coaching, the blog ads, and the brand partnerships. Okay. Now for bottom three, which really speaks to, again, the importance of not relying on these fucking platforms to make you any kind of significant amount of money. My third lowest was creator rewards. So these are the little payouts that you get, when Threads does like a $500 bonus, or TikTok pays you for views, whatever. That was about $2,300 for the year. The next lowest was affiliate income. So I made about almost $1,900 from affiliate income. Now, the cool thing is that I actually just started in a new partnership with an amazing affiliate company, and I'm seeing incredible results coming out of there. I'm talking about like several $1,000s a month versus like a couple $100s here and there. So I'm really excited to see what that affiliate income stream looks like by the end of 2026. It has already proven to be hella fruitful, and I just joined like in November. So that $1,800, like the majority of that literally came like between the last 7 to 8 weeks of the year. And then by far the lowest is YouTube. YouTube ad income for the year was $684.02. I have I just don't like YouTube. I feel like the content that goes quote unquote viral or that gets a lot of views on there is just all sensational clickbait, and I don't create that type of content. That doesn't feel authentic to me. It doesn't feel valuable to me. I've seen creators who have like made the pivot, made the switch into that like sensational doomsday clickbait shit. And yeah, like they're hella popping, but it's fucking cringe. For me, it just doesn't feel like an authentic way to create content. So like if that's what works for you, cool.